Hello ladies, gentlemen, and persons in between. My name is Tim Snowborn, and today we continue my adventures abroad on this week's episode of Serious Issues. So again, if you're seeing this, I'm probably on vacation in Minnesota, and I thought while I'm away, I will show you some pictures from my life and tell you a little bit about myself. Last time we looked at some more of my students and the classes that I taught in Korea, and we began my journey into Thailand, and this week is all about Thailand. So we're going to look at the temples that I saw and the islands that I visited, and lots of cool, interesting stuff. So enjoy. This is a fortune-telling method. What it is they've got these canisters full of sticks, and on each stick is written a fortune, and you shake the canister and pray until one of the sticks falls out, and whatever is written on that stick, that's the universe's message to you. That's your fortune. I thought it was cool. Probably the best picture of a sunset I've ever taken. Patong Beach in Phuket. Fuck it if you're trying to be funny. Yeah. I had always wanted to go to a tropical island. Two things on my bucket list were tropical island and Europe. And so I went to Phuket and lots of different smaller islands around it. And it was beautiful. Loved it. Thai Ronald McDonald. You know, it's a traditional greeting. They actually do that in Thailand, and so does Ronald, apparently. Please buy my burgers. Ladyboys. Yep. This was at least one of the ladyboy clubs in Thailand. I didn't go in, but they were around. They were pulling off the look quite nicely, I might say. Showgirls. You know, someday I'll tell you some of the things that I saw in Showgirls, but I don't know. I feel like, you know, right now I still have a day job, and I'm not positive that I want to take the chance of somebody seeing that video. Yeah, you've heard about the ping pong show. I saw, well, I didn't actually see ping pong, but I saw a lot of other funny things come out of a woman. Looking back on it, it's kind of exploitative or exploitive, and no, curiosity got the better of me. What can I say? The funny thing is, like, I wish that these women had seen the actual movie Showgirls, because they just put no effort in. Well, now that they did the magic tricks, I saw magic tricks at this thing, basically. Hey guys, sorry, different recording session. Card ran out of memory last time, so here we are again. This was there was a metal sculptor near Patong Beach, and there was outside of a bar called Rock City. There was the Alien on one side and Predator on the other. Food trucks in Thailand were different. These are not trucks, these are motorcycles. They were basically people driving around with kitchens attached to their motorcycles, which I thought was amazing. I mean, I've seen, street food and stuff before, but a whole kitchen is attached to your motorcycle? That's brilliant. There's another one. Me on an elephant. This was during a visit to a rubber tree, or not a rubber factory. I don't know. Anyway, it was where they had the trees that give the sap that you use to make rubber, because rubber comes from trees. And that right there is a slab of rubber being squished. I forget what that thing is called. A ringer. The tour guide there, I'm pretty sure the tour guide was a ladyboy. He or she was caking on white face makeup when I arrived. Me on a water buffalo, just rode all kinds of interesting animals in this trip, didn't I? Ah, yeah, the thing from the Transformers. Innocent. Big old reclining Buddha. This was the feet of that same Buddha. It was just covered in, let's see, it says, the soles of both feet of the Buddha display the 108 auspicious characters of the Buddha. Fascinating stuff. Loads of stupas. Not sure why there were so many in one place. That was cool. I've always thought of cats as very zen-like, peaceful, have a quiet wisdom about them. Present company accepted. this little guy was running around one of the temples, and I managed to get a picture of him. Cutie. Monkey Island. There was this island you could go to, like different tour boats would come up to it, and there were trees, like there wasn't really a shore that you could land on in this island, but there was a place that you could drive the boat up there, and there were trees around the edge, and you could feed the monkeys. They would bring bananas. The tour guides would bring bananas, and the monkeys would gather. They knew that we were coming to bring them bananas, and sometimes they would jump on the boat, and sometimes they would miss the banana you threw and land in the water, which was also adorable. Got my picture taken with a gibbon. I love gibbons. These guys make Olympic gymnasts look clumsy. I later found out, unfortunately, that this gibbon's whole family was probably killed when they captured him. That seems to. I went to this gibbon sanctuary, where the tour guide told us that these things are not captured under happy circumstances. Not that any animal is, I suppose. The boats. I don't know if you can really tell from this picture, but the boats were stacked several layers deep around here. Just tons of fishing vessels. I feel sorry for the people on the inside. And if you need to get your boat on and you're actually close to the dock, I don't know how they get them out. Oh, I love all these little islands. Just really great scenery out there. I brought like a camera bag. I didn't have an underwater camera really, but I brought this bag that I could use to take pictures. So I got lots of pictures of fish. Went snorkeling. Great fun. It was weird. This guy, like a parrotfish, I think. You could hear when you're underwater. Sound carries pretty far underwater, and you could hear the fish chewing on the rocks. Not really, they're just like scraping the rocks for algae or worms, or I don't know. Another great picture of a sunset, I thought. A ceiling fan on a universal joint. I thought that was brilliant. What a great idea. Again, it's like the Japanese toilet. Why don't we have these? It's a great idea. That metal sculptor guy who made the Alien and Predator. I don't know if this is the same dude or if there's more than one of those guys around, but this shop was full of some pretty amazing stuff. This is a wall of urns. If you've never been to Asia, a lot of countries there cremate their dead and put them in urns, and there's a whole wall? Yeah, whole wall of urns outside one of the temples. That's just this is basically a cemetery. Again, Buddhism on acid. This must be sort of what Nirvana looks like, I guess. Alright, that's going to be enough for this week. What'd you think? Did you see anything that looked interesting? Have any of you ever been to Phuket? Ever been to a tropical island? Cross that off your bucket list? Oh, by the way, one last note. When I come back from Minnesota, it's going to be Game of Thrones season, and I'm planning on doing reaction videos. I will try to do other videos in addition to those, but I am definitely all about the Game of Thrones reaction videos. I like watching them, and I thought I'd start making them. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like, subscribe, share, and comment below. Thank you in advance for doing all of that, and thank you again for any such support you've shown me in the past. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week on another episode of Serious Issues.